could say the world was upside down. You could say that everything was turned around. You could say a smile was a frown, my love, and I'd believe every word. You could say a bird couldn't fly. You could say a woman couldn't cry. You could ask me never to ask why, my love, and I'd believe every word.
But you know there's nothing to worry about when we go off in a hurry, a journey we will undertake together.
You could say a cloud would never rain. You could say a broken leg wouldn't cause pain. You could say that ankles never sprain, my love, and I'd believe every word.
You could tell me that the sky was brown. You could tell me that this arc was down. You could tell me almost anything, and I'd believe every word.
Sometimes it's hard in life to believe a husband or believe a wife. Sometimes you just have faith, even though it seems insane. But you could tell me I've got no head. You could tell me I'm bad in bed. You could tell me that I'm someone else instead, and I'd believe every word. I'd believe every word.
As I would too.
I'd believe every word.
We have to eat quickly, as they're literally on fire right now.
You can have the last piece.
Oh, this is really good.
Really good. And they're dying.
Oh. When there's cake on the table, you do what you're able. You just gotta save your friends. But if there's cake on the table, the thing that you're able to do, it might just end.
When there's cake on a plate and your friend who skates is standing in a pyre of fire, there's a pea on the floor, and what's more, I know the flames are going higher, but I prefer to be with you. I prefer to be with you. While they are turning into stew, I prefer to be with you.
I prefer to be with you. I prefer to be with you. While they are melting into glue, I prefer to be with you.
Well, it's good to be eaten. You can't say you were beaten when your friends are burning up.
When there's cake on the table, it's just a little fable that you know that you're not.
You don't want to waste the food, cause that would be rude, even though they're screaming more.
And when it's all good and all of their blood is running down onto the floor,
I would rather be with you. I would rather be with you. While the face on their faces are turning blue, I would rather be with you. I would rather be with you. I would rather be with you.
while they're burning on top of some volcano, I would rather be with you. When you're eating cream, you can hear their screams, but you just carry anchovy in your mouth.
When you're having champagne, you can hear their pain, but hey, all our feelings have all gone south.
When you're eating cream cheese, you can just hear, please, just get me out, it's getting hotter.
When you're eating scones and all your compassion has gone, I would rather be with you. I would rather be with you. When they are turning into something new, I would rather be with you.
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 When their bones and skin are falling through, I would rather be with you.
And when their skin has sloughed off completely and they're dead on the floor, all I'm gonna do is look at the table and say, is there a little bit more?
When their skin has melted and people their stones have pelted, I'm gonna look at you and ask for more.
Ask for more. I would rather be with you. I would rather be with you. When all their living days are through, I would rather be with you. I would rather be with you. I would rather be with you. I would rather be with you.
When they're in those flames and Let's have some more cake.
I've always been good in spite of my fling. What's wrong with drugs when you get a ring? Am I just getting too old? Or are we all heading for gold? My torch has gone out, the burning is done, and all because the drugs are so soonly run. My torch has gone out, and the burning is done. The light has gone dim, you might as well shut your eyes. The light has gone out, there's really no more surprise. The light's out, all because just a little pill too far. The time has come and most has been done. I may as well have taken them and had some fun. And all because of one little pill. One more time. The light has gone out, the darkness has gone, and all because I cheated. What did I have done? And all because of a run, and all because I still took a little, except I didn't
Come on! You got something inside of your soul that says you wanna go out and find a lady called Joan. Well, that lady can love you good if you go and hang about in her neighborhood, yeah. It is your time with that lady. It is your time with that girl.
You see, Rock, I'm anxious, don't you see? Because I'm nervous about losing my virginity. But when I saw a girl like that, I thought, oh, you can be the person who will be part of my BMTO. When I saw her there in the lake, I knew that she was no fake. And though I'm on the make, maybe, Rock, you can tell me for my sake, is she the girl I'm supposed to be with?
It is your time with that lady.
It's my time, it's my time.
It is your time with that joy.
It's my time, it's my time.
It is your time with that lady.
It's my time, it's my time.
You gotta go and make that lady part of your home.
Now let me ask you, Rock, for a little advice, 'cause I understand that intercourse is meant to be nice. Maybe you can tell me just a little bit for fun. Maybe start by telling me how it's done.
Well, you got to respect the lady, of course, yeah. Be sure that she is keen on intercourse, yeah. You gotta get her into your bed and then remember what I said, yeah. She's a beautiful lady. Hold her in your arms and use all your charms. Kiss her on the mouth and say, I think you're the one. But only say that you think she's the one. If you think she's the one, don't say I think you're the one, because you wanna get it done, yeah. You gotta really love her right from the bottom of your soul. And it's your time with that lady.
It's my time, it's my time.
It is your time with that girl.
It's my time, it's my time.
And it's your time with that lady.
It's my time, it's my
'Cause this rock
time.
knows the truth that is inside of your soul.
Well, now listen, Rock, you've been helpful, it's true, but I just got one more question now for you.
Lay it on me.
Where do I find that girl? She disappeared in the night in the lake in a whirl.
You wanna go up to Glenda Jackson? You'll find her there inside a fraction of a tent that she tried to put up. Don't you see? She didn't have enough pegs, she needed 5, she only had 3.
I'm gonna find her, I'm gonna find that girl.
You're gonna find
I'm
her,
gonna find
you're gonna
her,
find
I'm gonna
her,
find
you're gonna
her,
find
I'm gonna find that girl.
And it's your time with that lady.
the farmer and his wife. There is a place I dreamed we'd go when we were married. There is a dog and a cat too, and a happy family out there. That's what I see when I think of you.
I'll come home from an alternate life, and all I ever wanted was for you to be my wife.
Your wife.
In my heart,
In my heart.
we are together.
We are together.
Just you and I.
Just you and
burning
I.
pets forever.
What is a home for if not to have love? What is a home for without love? What is a home for if you don't have love?
What is a home for if you don't have love? Although I look in your eye and I see the origin of our pain. Back when it all began, back when from me you did refrain. The first time you refrained from me, and in your eyes I see.
No, it isn't true. My love is true. My love is you.
But my heart is now redacted. Because of you is why I reacted. And now I see a pain inside. My heart is split open wide.
One more year till we get married. One more year till we're hand in hand. We will march down the aisle, and I will say that I love you. Big Willie, is there any person here who says we cannot be married?
You did this first. And now my heart is fit to burst.
So sorry for my affair.
I feel the pain in my heart. You were first, which makes you the very worst. And now, from you I must part.
You know all the tube stations, but you don't know my birthday.
When I look at Regent's Park, I think of that moment in the dark when you were conceived, all those years ago. And then, when I moved south to Euston Station, I think of all my trepidation before you were born, when you were on your way.
But when's my birthday, Dad? When's my birthday? When was the day that I came in your life? What's my birthday, Dad? What's my birthday? The day I improved your life.
When I look at Arnos Grove, I think of all the miles I drove to pick you up from your first school camp. And when I look at Oakhurst Gardens, I think of something soft that hardens. Don't get me started on London Bridge.
So when's my birthday, Dad? When's my birthday? When's the day I came into your life? When's my birthday, Dad? When's my birthday? The day that I improved your life.
When I look at Walthamstow Central,
No!
I think of all the times you drove me mental.
Stop it!
When I'm looking at Black Horse Road,
Why?
I get
You know
sad.
that you cause me pain every time you talk about Chancery Lane, and I don't give a hell about Stockwell or any of others. Clapham North or South or Common or High Street, any of it, Clapham, I don't care. When's my birthday, Dad? When's my birthday? When's the day I came into your life? When's my birthday, Dad? When's my birthday, Dad? You need to look at yourself. You need a map of you. You need to learn about the things that you do.
I know you just want me to say, when is your birthday? But like the best place to change for Ladbroke Grove, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
When you need to celebrate, and it has been a little while, there's only one way to do it, and that's
Mongolian style. When you feel something spread across your face, and it feels like a really big smile, there's one thing you got to embrace, and that is Mongolian style.
when you order a new meal, and it's served on a bathroom tile, and you wonder what's going on, and you remember
Mongolian style. When you're accused of cultural appropriation and you feel a little infantile, then you just say, come on, loosen up and do it Mongolian style.
when you eat a bag of sugar. You know you've got to go for Tate and Lyle, because it's the only one they have out there. Yes, it's
Mongolian style. When you're getting a little bit tired, because you've been doing this for quite a while, and then you look at your love as if she's sent from above.
above.
Above, it's a Mongolian word meaning gift from the gods. And you embrace her Mongolian style. Once upon a time, there was a young girl called Eleanor who so loved playing in the snow there was nothing else she wanted to do. And one day, she played in the snow until it was dark, and she saw shooting stars overhead. She was so happy on that day that she wished upon a shooting star that every day could be like this, that she could play in the snow and in the cold for the rest of time. But what Eleanor didn't know was that that shooting star granted her wish, and from that day forth, she was trapped. Trapped in a frozen snow globe, bound for the rest of time to an endless, snowy winter.
It's always a snow day inside. It's always a snow day and there's nowhere to hide. It's always a snow day with snowmen everywhere and always snow in my hair. It's always a snow day
upside down. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. The world is upside down. There's nowhere to go. The world is upside down. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. The world is upside down. There's nowhere to go.
The snow is falling every minute, every hour.
We feel ourselves shaken up.
These endless days of winter carry on.
And the snow won't give out.
And you still have joy in your heart while there's a snowball in your hand.
Better get used to snow in this land. The world is upside down. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. The world is upside down. There's nowhere to go. The world is upside down. The world is upside down. The world is upside down. There's nowhere to go.
Look at you. You've got everything. You've got it all, and we've got nothing. Nothing at all, and we're both looking at you up there on your high horse. I've got nothing. You've got everything. You've got freedom. What am I left with? And you judge me from up there on your high horse. It's time to get down from your high horse. It's time to stop talking down from up there. It's time to get down from your high horse, or else I'll knock you out. Yet I swear. It's time to get down from your high horse. It's time to get down from up there, I swear. It's time to get down from your high horse, or else I'll knock you out, yet I swear. You're looking so confused, like you're so bemused that two of your best friends could ever judge the way you are. We brought you all the way to Liverpool, and now we feel like a pair of fools. But you're not the same as a really good gin, and nothing's left that could fill with all this time. I thought you were my tonic, the thing I needed to make it taste good. It's time to remember while we're talking honest, and every slice of lemon has a bitter taste, and that is good. It's time to get down from your high horse. It's time to get down from up there, I swear. It's time to get down from your high horse, or else I'll knock you out and 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 knock you out. I swear.
Why is it that country people have to be so common? Why is it that there's not more money around? If it's not enough, you have to drive for miles and miles and miles, then you have to listen to their guttural talking sound.
Why is it common people have to be so thick? I mean, they jibber-jabber all the day long. It's like they don't know what they're saying at the end of their sentence, and they just go on and bloody on.
I say, why can't everybody just be from London? It's the only sensible place to be from. Why can't everybody just be from London? When all's said and done,
I agree.
why can't everybody just be from London? It's the only sensible place to be from. Why can't everybody just be from London? When all's said and done.
It's not that far away, just down the 127. You could get there on
bike or pedalo.
And the accents that they have in that place, it'll make you go bright red in the face. Why can't everybody just be from London? It's the only sensible place to be from. Why can't everybody just be from London? When all's said and done, in the West Country they pronounce their R's in a strange way.
In the Highlands, they know how to jig.
And the Geordies have their mining, but it's drifting away.
And Bristol has that ghastly oil rig.
Up in the Northwest, it's just miles and miles of lakes.
And in Wales, they love to eat their vegetables and leeks.
In Liverpool, they just grab all that they can take.
And we'll take all we can get while we're at the peak.
Why can't everybody just be from London? It's the only sensible place to be from. Why can't everybody just be from London? When all's said, when all's said, when all's said and done.
Good people. Good people of Taunton. Good people of out there on the internet. It's the producer. Hi, Cameron. Oh yes, a hot, sweltering evening, only a couple more days until Freedom Day, but, you know, we're getting there early. Oh no, absolutely, absolutely, Cameron. You need another musical, and I am in Taunton and online at the same time. Oh, I'm with my brilliant writers group. We will get you a brand new musical in about 75 minutes. In fact, we've already started on it. Hold the line, Cameron. I'm going to check in with my brilliant writers group, but we are on this. Good people of Taunton, thank you so much for joining us here this evening. Thank you as well to those of you out there in the digital world. Thank you for joining us in these trying times on this sweltering evening. Now, this is how our special rules work. If you have any suggestions for what you would love to see in the show tonight, musical genres, musicals you love, let's go plural, and indeed, things that you want to happen. If you're in the room here with us in Taunton, you can tweet, you can text. If you're out there at home watching along, you can write in the YouTube comments box, and you can do that throughout the show. But it's time to kick us off, and we've already been looking at some of your fantastic suggestions, and I've whittled these down to 3. And we are going to vote, not with the expectoration risk of noise, but with the time-honored hands together, making a loud racket. Glorious. So here are my 3 favorites. Here they come. Are we ready, Taunton? Yes, we are. Might tonight's musical be set at a cider farm? Listen to that. Beautiful, Taunton. The very dictionary definition of smattering there. That was beautiful. But there's 2 more. Might it be set during the Norman conquests? It could be between Cider Farm and Norman conquest at the moment, but there's 1 more. Could it be set during the great era of the Victorian canals? Absolutely, 33.3 reoccurring % for all of those, which means that we bring in our special operator. Craig on drums. Craig, which of those 3 do you like the most?
Second one.
The second one, wonderful, which we all remembered was the Norman Conquest. So it's between Norman Conquest and Jordan on keys. Which of those other 2 did you like? The first one. So it's between Cider Farm and Norman Conquest, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the 2 Victorian Canal fans. I'm afraid it's not time for irrigation this evening. So 1 last vote. Is it Cider Farm? Beautiful. And is it Norman Conquests? Beautiful. How more glorious could this be? We're only miles from the Thatcher's farm at least out there. So a cider farm setting. This is wonderful. Now, we're going to just throw in a couple of little musical genres. I love the fact that we've had suggestions online for Hadestown. Glorious. And
Les Mis. So Hades Town and Les Mis, I'm going to throw into the mix. What this musical is called, well, we're going to find out later. Yeah? So tweet your suggestions, text them, or if you're out there, YouTube. Yeah? Hades Town, Glorious is going in, and also we have Les Mis. What it's going to be called, we'll find out later. But I think it's just about time to start, and thank you once more for joining us. There aren't many shows out at the moment. It's absolutely beautiful to have you all in the room with us. Thank you so much, Taunton. As we now begin our beautiful, one-act, socially distant, magnificent 5 to 9% original gravity cider farm musical to be entitled later. Taunton, enjoy.
It all begins with just one apple, a journey to bliss. It all begins with just one apple, fresh nature's sweet kiss. It all begins with just one apple, and it's grown by God's own hand. And just with one glorious apple, you can fill a beautiful land.
One apple in your hand and you find a way that the juice comes out and then you're making hay.
One apple in your hand and you know that it's the best, 'cause this is God's own flesh.
And growing from the soil, a drink fit for the gods.
'Cause every apple's full of fruit and friendship and a special ingredient, love.
Ciderland, this is where we live. Ciderland, this nectar we have to give. Ciderland, this is where we live. Ciderland, this nectar we have to give.
Soya's looking good today, Maureen. I'd say that's at least 87% higher nitrates this season.
Oh yeah, I think we're gonna have a good old harvest this year. We'll have some good cider coming out. People will be buying the cider, drinking the cider, having a great cider-filled time.
It's always a good harvest, Maureen. It's always so beautiful here, is it not?
Oh, it is, Nigel. Sometimes when I look at these trees, I think, how did I ever live anywhere else?
And yet you did for the first 30 years of your life.
That's right. I lived in a city.
Don't say those words, Maureen.
I have to say them, Nigel. The city is part of my blood. But you don't have to worry. You showed me a different way. Who needs buses and trains that run on time when you've got trees that are full of fruit? Who needs a theatre and a cinema? Well, there's a sky to boot. Who needs people all around you when the trees are burgeoning still? And I know that when I miss the hubbub there, I listen to myself in the still, in the still,
first sip of the first cup. Describe it. It's like I've died. I'm gone to heaven. But I'm not sad, even though I've just died. Because I have the most beautiful drink known to mankind coursing through my blood, coursing through my veins. And I'm one with the earth and one with
Ciderland, Ciderland, this is where we live. Ciderland, Ciderland, this nectar we have to give. This nectar we have to give. This nectar we have to
Coxes, Pippins, they're all here. We've done a really good job, I tell you.
Rosy ladies,
Ooh, gentleman's collar,
cheeky bum-bums,
fire starter,
silver don'ts,
Her Majesty's service,
golden if you don't mind,
the chicken's underwing,
pink I would,
pink, so would I.
golden oh yes please,
Granny, don't get her involved.
yellow lawsuit, sorry.
Sorry, Nigel, sorry, we were, sorry.
No, I best go into the back rooms and check on the accounts for the new season. I'll leave you, Maureen, Simon, to your pickings.
All right, Nigel, all right.
All right?
All right, Nigel.
All right.
All right, I'll just be inside. You,
All right, Nigel.
Charge of accounts.
don't do anything I wouldn't do. Ever.
Do you think he knows?
You might have guessed.
I think he can sense it.
You think?
Well, he said we shouldn't have no relationships within the cider farm.
I know. Well, I mean, I don't know why.
Why?
Well, I guess he's just uptight.
Oh, maybe. I don't want him to know. I don't want him to ruin it.
I know. I think he's funny after she, you know, after his old lady, you know,
She,
after she
yeah,
went to the great apple in the sky.
yeah.
Anyway,
Better get these apples in the press.
core. Little apple joke.
Beep, beep, beep. Speak after the pips.
Nope, nothing.
What got you into apples anyway, Simon?
I grew up with apples, you know that. I love them. I mean, I know you used to be in a city, but when you come here with your folks and that,
I know.
I...
Came here with my folks at 30 years old.
That's right. Late developer, they called you.
That's right.
I know.
I was in their pocket for so long. And it was finding apples that gave me a sense of freedom, actually.
I know. The thing about an apple is you find your own way.
Is that right?
Ah, an apple, right? A lot of people think you cultivate an apple.
Uh-huh.
But actually, the apple cultivates you.
You're so clever.
It's no joke. Why do you think the apple's so successful? That's because it knows if it gets us to cultivate it, all it's going to do is grow. That's why there are so many varieties. That's why it's so successful, because it's actually manipulating us.
The apple is manipulating us?
Totally. Totally. We're not that clever. Apples are wise.
I never knew that apples were manipulating us.
Of course they are. It's the most successful fruit. No demand. Who farms it? We do. Who looks after it? We do. Who propagates it? We do.
I thought I was working for the man, but it seems I'm working for the apple.
You are, but that's all right.
Wow. God, if there'd been men like you in Exeter, I never would have left.
Well, you're not in the big city now, are you?
No. Just here with you in the trees.
Out in the farm. And I've been here all my life. Grew up around this, grew up knee-deep in shit and apples and...
Simon, you shouldn't use bad words. Not amongst the trees.
They're all right. They've heard worse.
Have
They've
they?
seen worse than all. I know.
I would like to stand by an apple tree with you every morning.
And you do.
I would like to see you underneath the branches that I see.
And I would like to see your smooth skin, just like the skin of an apple.
You're the apple of my eye.
Knew you were going to say that.
You're the apple of my eye.
You're the core of my heart.
You're the fruit that gets me through.
You're the juice that flows and keeps me going.
You're the snack that I have in case I'm hungry.
You're the quarter that I have been dipped in honey.
You're the pieces in the bag, 'cause I can't bite them anymore.
You're the orchard down at the bottom of my field.
You're the tree that grows from the ground from which is rich.
You're the cider that comes from the juice that I press.
You know the truth. You're the apple of my eye. The apple of my eye. If I didn't see you every day, I'd die, 'cause you're the apple of my eye.
You're the apple of my eye. You're the apple of my eye. If I didn't see you every day, I'd die, 'cause you're the apple of my eye. I would die if I didn't see you every day, you know. You're what keeps me going. I mean, I love this place, and I guess I'd be all right on my own, but there's something, when you've had something so great, if that were ever to be taken away, then you'd lost it. It'd be like, I don't know, I can't even describe it.
I fill up the style where the apples ferment, and time makes them taste even better than you thought. Time you thought you didn't have to waste. And as they go down, and as they get old and weird, they taste like that taste that is wrong in your mouth, but then the juice comes out and it is clear.
You're the apple of my eye. You're the apple of my eye.
If I didn't see you every day, I'd die, 'cause you're the apple. You're the apple. You're the apple of my eye.
Of my eye.
I'm serious. 100% serious, I'm afraid. Look, you read a basic accounts ledger.
Love this wheelie table. Is that going to have to go as well?
I'm afraid so. Now, I don't want to scare Maureen with any of this, okay? You know, not a word. Maureen!
Oh, no, it's not Maureen,
Oh,
actually.
sorry, Jacinta.
I know, it just always confused me from Maureen. It's because we've got the same haircut, but we've got a very different disposition, actually.
Very, very different disposition and different glasses, too.
Yeah, different glasses, I should have told you. But you never looked, did you? You just felt my presence, because we have a similar feeling about the way
I
you
maybe
come
have
in.
Maureen on the mind, okay?
I was thinking about Maureen,
No,
aren't you,
I mean-
Nigel?
Sorry, Jacinta, I apologise.
I just came in to bring you your tea in the morning.
My tea in the
Your
morning.
tea in the morning. You say you like a cup
It's
of tea in the
Jacinta's
morning.
own recipe, tea in the morning, she calls it.
It's tea in the morning. It's a cup of tea. I bring it him in the morning. You know what it is, Simon.
I know.
You have a cup of tea in the morning, wakes you up, doesn't it?
Thank you for my tea in the
Can't do
morning.
your accounts if you're not drinking your tea.
I'll see you again for my tea in the late afternoon.
That's right. Do you want anything, Simon? You all right?
I'm all right. Maybe a coffee at about noon.
No, all right. I'll go and see if someone else might confuse me to Maureen.
I'm not
It
sure
is
we can...
extraordinary, good people of Taunton, that Nigel often mistakes people for Maureen. In fact, he mistakes pretty much everyone who comes in this scene for Maureen.
Better have your tea,
My tea in the morning.
specifically.
That is a good cup of tea in the morning. Maureen,
No, it's not. It's me, your son. I just came to ask if I'm allowed to take the car.
Of course you are, Daniel. Be careful this time, please.
Oh, no. And if the police ask, I'll say that I'm 18.
That's right.
Okay. Bye, Dad.
Technically, you could say he was 16 because it is legal to drive at 16, but
But
I
he's
told
12.
him. But he's 12. So.
Oh, well, it's the country.
Yeah. Honestly. Since his mother, went to the great apple in the sky.
But Nigel, what are we going to do?
Well,
And what am I going to do? I've been in this farm since as long as I can remember. And what about Maureen?
like I said, I don't want to panic her just yet.
You got to tell her you can't keep things from people, Nigel. You can't keep secrets. If there's one thing I learned from apples is you can't keep secrets.
Look, don't let the apples manipulate you. I have a plan, okay? We're gonna get through this, and Maureen doesn't have to know a single thing, okay? You just gotta work with me, and we can save this cider farm.
I've never told a lie before, and even if you hit it and emphasize your point...
Here she is, Maureen, hi! Oh,
No, it's not Maureen, it's your doctor.
sorry, doctor.
I came to bring you your test results. I'm afraid it's bad news. You've been eating too many apples.
Sort of goes with the job, Doctor
I know,
Brannigan.
you told me you didn't have the money, so you've been just eating apples for your whole breakfast, your dinner, your lunch.
All I have
the
is-
other order, lunch before dinner. But
All I have is tea in the morning and then apples. It's all we can afford.
Well, I'm afraid it's affecting your health. You're going to have to diversify.
In more ways than one, Doctor. Thank you for making a house call.
That's all right. Goodbye.
Dr. Brannigan is a singular type, but he's a very, very good
He
physician.
didn't offer you any prognosis or any help. He
No,
just said,
just-
this is a problem,
Yeah.
and then left.
Yes, he did.
Terrible doctor.
Well,
Is that because you can't afford to pay?
I can't afford to go private, okay? I can't afford anything.
This is extraordinary. Good people of Taunton, good people of the internet. This can only now be expressed in a developing Les Mis number.
All right. I lied to her about it. But it's a big risk, and it's a thing my heart won't take. I'm a simple lad.
I know that, Simon. Simple Simon, as we...
I haven't heard that before. Sorry, I'm stressed. Like the tree of an apple, because when you bend it, it restricts the sap, which aids fruiting.
I see. So
You
you're
know
s-
that. You run a farm
I know.
that sells apples.
All I'm saying is that it's not the same true of us. We restrict ourselves for a while, we bend it into shape, and then maybe...
If you're trying to say that triumph through adversity is going to happen, then I made a metaphor that I didn't agree with necessarily.
Good God, man! Just take a second to look inside. Feel what's in there. There is an apple that beats inside of us. Pulpy rhythm in our heart. And though darkness falls across us all, there's always a place to start. Just plant one pip and see what can grow. Just plant one pip, and when you go Just plant one pip and watch what can grow. Just plant one pip, and where you go, only heaven knows.
And here we kneel here in the fun and try not to sound the alarm. For who knows what lies over that horizon? Who knows what sort of fate we see the skies in? Just plant one
pip and see what can grow.
and see what will grow.
Just plant one pip, and where we go, only heaven can. And my Sheila, in the apple in the sky. If you look down on us today, bless us down here we cry as we just plant one pip and see what may grow. Just plant one pip, and as heaven looks down below,
And as we look up above,
I say God only knows.
because that will show our love.
If we stand firm on the hip and just plant one pip.
Mom, Dad? Mom! Dad, I made dinner! Right. Mom!
Yes, love.
Mom!
Yes, love.
Yeah, that's right. Mother and I come for dinner. Didn't wait for us long, did you? You know we're slow movers.
I know, I just wasn't thinking, I'm sorry.
It's all right, don't worry, love.
It's mainly just apples.
Again, apples again.
What?
It's just apples, Mum.
I do love apples.
Your mother loves apples.
Well, that's good. We had an amazing day today. We got so many apples and we made so much cider and it was so exciting. Simon's so excited about it all.
Simon.
Oh, Simon. Oh, you do love that boy.
Simon says.
Well, he's nice. He's a good man. I'm thinking of asking him to marry me.
Oh, very modern.
Dad? What's the matter?
He hasn't asked my permission
Oh,
for you
Peter,
to ask him to marry
Peter,
him.
come on. She's a modern woman. If she wants to ask someone to marry her, then she can.
How would I ask him to ask you to ask before I ask?
Oh, don't mind your father.
Seems very...
I asked him to marry me on top of the Eiffel Tower.
It's true, but I asked her to ask my dad to ask me to ask her to ask him to ask me.
But that happened after the wedding.
Just in case anyone here is slightly confused, in this beautiful brief flashback scene, we'll see exactly how Maureen's parents got together. Maureen's parents will also play their own parents. We'll see exactly who asks who to marry who to who. By the end of this sequence, which of course features the Eiffel Tower, everyone will be absolutely clear who asked who to do what to whom.
Way back in 1921.
Well, look at you.
Isn't it beautiful?
Certainly is.
Here at the top of the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, beautiful.
Champagne.
Oh, just put it there, Pierre.
In where? Okay.
In my backpack.
I'll have
My
some in my backpack too.
Oh,
English people.
We've got our whole lives ahead of us.
oh, I should have patented this camelback thing when I had the chance.
You're an extraordinary woman.
Oh, and you're an extraordinary man. You may be wondering why I put you in that Zeppelin and brought you to Paris.
I did think it was rather strange.
A Zeppelin that I built with my own hands on my farm in Yorkshire.
You never cease to be
Careful,
even more...
love, don't go too near the edge.
Why are we here?
Why do you think?
You ready?
Oh, look, a little bird.
What did you just do to that bird?
I just took this ring off its foot. That's right. Would you do me the honor of being my husband?
You want to put a diamond ring on my finger?
I certainly do.
In 1921?
That's right. You know I'm a modern, independent woman. I want to throw away the shackles of modernity. I want to put them on. I want to throw off any shackles. Any shackles at all.
This doesn't make me comfortable. I'm going to have to speak to your father. And that's why I want to ask permission for your daughter to ask permission for me to marry her.
She's an old woman, she can do what she bloody likes.
What, ready?
All right. What sort of family do you think we are? One that's shackled by the shackles of modernity? Oh, no. This is 1921, for God's sake.
Well, in which case I want to ask my father.
Why do you keep coming in the toilet?
Sorry,
I'm
Dad.
on the toilet.
This is really important. I love her so much and she wants to love me.
Oh, for God's sake, you're such a wuss. Just marry the girl if she wants to marry. Do you love her?
Yes?
Well, marry her. What's the problem?
Do I have your permission?
Oh, shut up. Get on with it. Let out.
You've been waiting here all this time.
I haven't exhausted, but I've had my champagne backpack. Keep me company.
Send me that ring. Give me that ring. And then I can offer it to you.
No, love. Give me your finger. Come on. Now, how does that feel? Now you're a modern man, married to a modern woman.
Yes. The answer to your question is yes.
I haven't asked yet.
All right.
Will you, Peter Phillips Shackleton, marry me, Stella Creasy?
Yes.
Great. That's that sorted. And that's the real story.
Wow. Why did you never tell me that before?
Never came up.
Did
Did we have a table 5 minutes ago?
I got rid of it. I decided tables are no good. Should eat off your knees. It's better for your posture.
I keep telling him he won't.
Would you be so disappointed if I asked him to marry me?
No, I guess not. It's in the tradition of this family, after all.
Tradition's important. That's what they say, isn't it? The cider's a tradition. It's been in these parts for such a long time.
I guess so. Are you happy?
Yeah, I think I am.
And will he make you happy for years to come?
Yeah, I think he will.
And will working at that beautiful cider farm bring you joy and contentment and everything you need in life?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's all that matters.
I give you permission.
Thanks, Mum. Thanks, Dad. Let's finish our apples in peace, then.
As the Lord intended. Could we have lamb tomorrow?
Maybe.
It's like you get here earlier every morning,
I
Maureen.
just love it so much, Nigel. I'm just here putting apples in the sty, making the cider. I just feel alive being here, you know? This
great.
cider farm is my life now.
That's terrific. Let's put a spring in your step from this morning.
Can I ask you something, Nigel?
You can ask me anything, Maureen. You
I
are
know-
Maureen, not Dr. Brannigan, yeah.
No, not Dr. Brannigan, no. I know you don't like relationships on the farm, but I'm going to ask Simon to marry me. And I wondered if I could fill the trees with fairy lights and propose right here.
Marry Simon. Right here in the cider farm.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No.
I shouldn't have talked about marriage. I know your wife only just, went to the big
Great apple in the sky. No, that would be absolutely wonderful. Maureen, I'm very happy for you, and you have my heartiest congratulations.
Thank you so much, Nigel. You don't know what you've given me. All these trees, all this cider, this whole new way of life. Before, I thought I just had to be there in that there city, waiting for buses until 3 came along so I could be part of that story. But I'm not part of that story anymore. I'm part of this story.
We'll throw you the best party we can possibly afford. Hang the expense, eh?
All right. I'll go start planning.
Sheila went to the great apple in the sky. Oh, why? Oh, why? And ever since that day, we cry. Since Sheila went to the great apple in the sky. Now there's dark days, there's a worm at the core, and it's eating us through to the pits, I'm sure. We're bruised like the pulp of an apple, and the mold grows worse, just when you think happiness should disperse. Since Sheila went to that great apple in the sky. Oh, why? Oh, why? Since Sheila, just see her, went to that great apple in the sky.
Dad, there's a man at the door. He says he's come to talk to you about something, about a loan or something. Shall I show him into the dressing room?
Yeah, send him in, Daniel. I'll be there in just a second.
It's big. It looks like if a rhinoceros was a man.
Ah, yeah, that'll be the man.
I'll show
Daniel?
him. Huh?
Oh, doesn't matter. You're a good kid.
Anyway, Dad, you look a bit sad in your face.
I'm never sad in the face as long as the apple's still beating.
Bam, bam, tick-tock, beep, beep, beep. Speak after the beep.
Oh, Sheila, you went to that great apple in the sky. Oh, why? Oh, we cry. It just gets worse until we die. Oh, Sheila, I hope you're happy in that great apple in the
I was down near the pharmacy and someone mistook me for a doctor. I said, I'm not a doctor.
That keeps happening.
Keeps happening. It's so weird.
The other day, somebody mistook you for a little boy and a woman who brings a tea.
And a woman who brings the tea. I don't bring the tea, thank you very much.
Why not? You're Maureen. You don't bring the tea.
Oh, I wanted to ask you, Simon, what are you doing tomorrow night at 7 o'clock?
I'll be counting apples like I normally do.
Would you mind meeting me in the apple orchard down on the south border?
Sure.
Right. I'll see you then.
This is a beautiful, beautiful sequence here. We know that this character here, we know that Simon talks to the trees and has a relationship with the trees. And he has a little talk with his two favourite trees. You won't be able to see them. They're going to be played by Craig and Jordan. You'll hear their answers to his questions. You'll hear their words.
Oh, Granny Smith, the wise old lady of the world. Oh, Granny Smith, you've always helped me when you could. Oh, Russet Brown, you've always picked me up when I am down. My two trees, always there when I please. And now I face a moment when I'm asked to lie. How can I look her straight right between the eyes? So tell me, oh Granny Smith, the wise old lady of the wood, and Russet Brown, the mellow flavor that I know. And as I stand here in the orchard, and I hold secret in my heart, I know that this is new for me and you. And the earth, I'm like a trunk, standing here so tall. And my arms are like the branches spreading out to cover all. And the leaves that give me shelter from this approaching storm. Know that in return I will keep you both safe and warm. And so I ask you now for your advice. I ask you, Russet, and I ask you, Granny Smith, both twice. What do I say? What do I do? I take your wisdom and I put it in my heart. I thank you. I thank you both for your
Place.
They call me the rhinoceros.
All right. Well, I'm afraid Nigel's so busy right now. I don't think
Don't look him right between the eyes. He doesn't like it.
And who are you?
I am his manservant.
That's my manservant, Mr. Top Hat.
I say, Mr. Rhinoceros and Mr. Top Hat. Well, I'm not sure Nigel's going to have time to see you. He's a very busy man, actually.
Oh, he's going to want to see me, Jacinta.
Oh, these are fantastic characters. This is going to build into an extraordinary Hades Town number.
Believe me, he is going to want to see the rhinoceros.
Look, I know about the loans. Please, just give us some more time. It's a very successful cider farm. People love it.
Not that successful, otherwise we would not be here.
Yeah, that's what they all say, everybody who calls in the rhinoceros.
Well, what are you proposing, Mr. Rhinoceros? Or that you rip it all up and just stop the whole thing?
Got it in one.
Shh, and there's the paperwork. All signed, sealed, and delivered. I'm yours.
You can't do this to us. You can't do this to Nigel. It will break him, it will kill him.
Tell me, Mr. Top Hat Man. Who's the one that makes them tremble with fear?
The rhinoceros.
Who's the one that everybody quakes when he comes near?
The rhinoceros.
Who's the one who strikes fear into the hearts of farming men?
The rhinoceros.
Who is the one who gets his due again and again?
The rhinoceros.
You may think that you're above the law, but rhinoceros collects when it's due. You may think that it don't count at all, but I tell you what the rhinoceros says you gotta do.
You gotta pay. You gotta pay. You gotta pay or take the old highway. Yeah. You gotta pay. You gotta pay. You gotta pay or take the highway.
Now many people have trod this path before you came along, and we've heard every verse of their pity begging song. And you think that we might give you benefit of doubt? Well, let me straighten you out. You gotta pay. You gotta pay. You gotta pay or take the old highway.
Come on, be reasonable.
You gotta pay. You gotta pay. You gotta pay.
You gotta pay.
Ain't no other way.
It's the only way.
I'm here to stay.
Oh, yeah.
So let me say, you gotta You gotta pay.
Well, I'll go see if I can find Nigel, but This is terrible. This is terrible what you're doing to us, Mr. Rhinoceros.
That's what they all say.
That's right, Mr. Top Hat Man. I love a good day's rhinocerosing.
Decaf latte.
Don't mind if I do.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Things are going terribly, terribly wrong. And we've got about 25 minutes to go. I'm just going to check in with all you wonderful people here in Taunton and thank as well people out there in the internet world. We've had some lovely, lovely suggestions here. I just want to check in with you. This is where we stand so far as to what this musical is called. We've had suggestions for such titles as Scrumpy Stiltskin, Les Miserables, Ciderella, yeah, Love in the Big Apples, and finally, from Chris Hook, Pulp Fiction, and from Jennifer Hope, Best Little Cider House in Taunton. These are all great. We're not voting yet, but keep them coming. This is the wonderful things we know. And we've had some lovely suggestions for what happens. We've had someone from the auditorium here tweet, due to budget cuts, the farm has to move back to Maureen's city home. We all remember which city that was. It was Exeter, if you didn't. And finally, this from Nikki and Chloe. This is glorious, who've asked for a talking dog character, preferably hard of hearing, with a West Country accent. I'm sure that would be easy if it. These are wonderful, absolutely lovely. So, how's it going to work out with Mr. Rhinoceros? About 25 minutes to go. Let's see.
Nigel.
Wow.
Doesn't it look great?
Just beautiful. Those look like expensive decorations.
Oh, a couple of people were looking for you. I don't know if you found them.
Yeah. Maureen, this is probably something I should tell you.
Yeah? What is it? Oh, did you manage to get the paper plates?
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. I forgot to get the paper plates.
Oh, it's all right. It doesn't matter. We can just eat out of our hands. Those plates are for city people.
I wonder maybe we should move the whole thing forward, from next month, just in case I know anything were to happen at the farm over the next 48 hours.
What's the matter, Nigel? I've never seen you like this.
Nothing.
You're rubbing your hand like your finger's about to come off.
Yeah, I do like my fingers currently.
Is there something you're not telling me, Nigel? You can tell me anything, I won't mind. You've been a very kind boss to me.
I think maybe there's some things I can't tell you, Maureen.
Of course you can. I told you about that time that I left the apples in for too long and we lost 600 litres of cider. You were kind to me that day. And I told you about the time when I couldn't come into work because I had a headache and actually I'd lied. It's because I wanted to watch Love Island. So, but you forgave me. That's what I'm saying.
Those were all small apples, crab apples, if you will.
Well, what have you got? A massive cooking apple on your hands? Is it bitter? Maybe it needs a bit of sugar sweetening up.
I don't think all the sugar in the world would help, Maureen. In the next 48 hours, this whole place is going to disappear from under us. I owe the rhinoceros £25,000.
The rhinoceros? The rhinoceros from therhinoceros.com. The biggest known lone rhinoceros in town.
The only lone rhinoceros.
What would you do? Taking a loan from the rhinoceros? It's the most ridiculous thing anyone could do. Everyone knows you've got to read the tiny little prints at the bottom.
I wanted to make you happy, Maureen.
What?
I wanted you to be able to put on your wedding, and I wanted you to marry Simon, even though he's the last person on earth. I want you to marry because I want you to marry me because I've loved you for years, even before Sheila, God rest her soul, went up to the great apple in the sky, and I've done the whole thing through shame and embarrassment and fear, and now it's all crashed to the ground, and it's one big pile of apple sauce. I told you wouldn't want to hear it.
It's a lot, Nigel. I'll say that. It's more apples than anyone can deal with. You've always loved me.
Always.
Even when she was here. The mother of your child.
Emotions are nuanced, and life is hard. What do you want me to say?
It's true.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Maureen, I've ruined it all. We got 48 hours and then we're out of here, and you never have to talk to me again.
Not late, am I? Oh, wow. This looks beautiful.
Simon, I've been talking to your dad.
All right.
And I asked his permission.
For yoga?
Not yoga, Simon. See,
Maureen.
in this core, it's a ring. I want to marry you. Simon.
Maureen.
Yeah. Say yes to me, 'cause you're the apple of my eye. Say yes to me, 'cause you're the apple of my eye.
I can't, Maureen.
Huh?
I can't. Because I can't provide for you. I can't make a home for you. I can't do it.
But you don't have to do any of those things. I'll do those things.
I know, but I can't tell you. I can't. I promised I wouldn't say why. Because
Because what? What is it, Simon?
some things you have to keep locked up, and you say to somebody, no, I won't tell that person that thing, and I made a promise, so I won't, and I can't.
What is it with all the men on this side of farm? Nigel just told me that this whole place is going to go in 48 hours because he gave a load to the rhinoceros.
What?
What is it you're holding back from me?
That's exactly what I'm... Why would he tell you? He told me not to tell you.
What, and you knew the whole time you didn't tell me? Even though you know how much this side of farm means to me?
Oh, shit. Huh? But...
No!
Wait,
No!
what? If
See what you made me do now?
Oh my God!
Well, now we've got to save the side of farm or something. Thank you so much for making everything smash into some kind of pulp on the floor. I thought I knew you. I thought I knew you. You were the apple of my eye.
Granny Smith! Brown Russet! Why would you tell me to do that? Why would you tell me these things? Oh, Perio! Perio! You all right? You all right, boy? Oh, for God's sake. Perio! Are you all right, boy? Perio, listen, you've come at a right old time. I've just been betrayed by the trees. Maureen feels I've been betrayed by her, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Oh, this is brilliant. Nikki and Chloe, thank you so much for talking dog, preferably hard of hearing with a West Country accent. This is going to develop into an incredible musical. I'm going to give you two choices. These were both sent in brilliantly from Karen, and we also have Anon. They are keeping themselves mysterious, but they're here. Beautiful. Make a noise. Do we want to hear this musical number develop in the style of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang or Lin-Manuel Miranda's Hamilton? Let's do this quickly. On noise of hands, not shouting out, because it's not the 19th yet. Oh, please. Chitty chitty bang bang. Hamilton. Hamilton with a hard-of-hearing dog. I love you all.
You know you always give me good advice, boy. Not that the trees help like you're always supposed to. And now I've lost everything. She doesn't love me anymore. She swallowed a ring. She might be dying of ingesting some foreign object at the moment. All right, boy. All right. Sometimes you just got to roll with it, all right. I hear exactly what you're saying. When life gives you rotten apples, sometimes you pick them right out of the pot. Sometimes when life gives you rotten apples, you gotta smash the lot. Sometimes when life gives you rotten apples, you gotta pick them up and move on. Sometimes when life gives you rotten apples, you'll be alright, my son. I hear exactly what you're saying. Because sometimes you're there in a little bit of trouble, but you can help if you got a dog, get you on the double. You know you're there right in the orchard, you look right down into your old open heart. You know, that's right, and then you go at the core yourself. And throw it right back. The great apple in the sky. When your life gives you apples, squeeze 'em and find out what you find. Pick 'em out of the pot. When life gives you rotten apples, sometimes you just gotta chuck the lot. When life gives you rotten apples, you gotta pick 'em out of the pot. When life gives you rotten apples, sometimes you gotta chuck the lot. Yeah.
Wonderful. We have about 10 minutes left. And now it's time to decide on our title. You heard those wonderful suggestions. I'm going to pick my favourite two here. It's between Scrumpy Stiltskin and a new title that's been YouTube boxed in, Happily Ever After. Is it Scrumpy Stiltskin or Happily Ever After? Scrumpy Stiltskin? Happily Ever After. Sweet, perfect, simple. Thank you.
Quickly, Daniel, I'm sorry, I don't have time to explain. We've got to get out of here. They could be back any second.
Who are they, these men? They scared you so much.
Hardly men at all. He's a rhinoceros and the other one's wears a hat.
I don't understand. They gave you money and you didn't give it back to them?
Yes, Daniel, yes.
Well, what would Mum do?
Mum would find a clever way out of it. Mum would never allow herself to be bullied. Mum was a better person than we'll ever be.
You always told me to stand up to bullies, Dad.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing you say, isn't it, to you kids? It's difficult to actually do it.
What if I came with you?
You're 12, Daniel.
I'm 12 and a half. You know what Mum would say? She would say, you always try and do everything by yourself. Mum would say, you always try and be the clever man who wants to solve the problem, but actually if you work together with the rest of your Apple team, you probably find that the profits would go higher and we'd be able to go on those nice holidays.
You memorized every word she said to me?
Yeah, I did. And she's right. You can't let a rhinoceros bully you.
Okay, you want to come and meet the rhinoceros? Come with me and meet the rhinoceros. Guess it's time you learned out how terrible grown-up life is.
It's not that terrible, is it? Got me.
Yeah, I got you. Come on. Pass me my biggest stick. Come on, boy. I just can't wait to own it, you know, Mr. Top Hat. Can't wait for it all to be mine, and then to burn it to the ground for no real reason or no actual financial gain. You have the best dirty laughs in the business. Mr. Top Hat, do you ever get tired of being just pure, unadulterated evil?
Don't tell me you're doubting yourself.
Oh, no, I was just asking, because if you said yes, I would have shot you on the spot.
Good. No. Do you?
Oh, we have a visitor. Are you Dr. Brannigan?
No.
No, it's Jacinta.
What? No.
It's the boy.
What do you want here?
My name is Maureen.
Oh.
What are you doing in the apple press room?
You mean
Our
apple press room.
I mean, technically mine. He's my assistant, but yeah.
Not
I'd like
until...
to get in.
What?
Nothing. Carry on.
No, you say what you were going to say.
I said it.
What were you going to say, Mr. Top Hat Man?
I said I'd like to get in.
Will you two stop flirting now?
He just says it. He says it one more time because I missed it.
I like to.
He says it just one more time. Really clear enunciation. I feel like I'm the only person in the room not getting the joke. It's going to be so clear. It's absolutely clear what is now said. And then we'll never have to do it again.
I like to get in.
You like to get in them?
I like to get in. Do I make myself clear?
Very clear.
Good.
Maureen,
Yes?
what do you want here from the rhinoceros?
I've met people like you before.
Oh, do they trample people in their wake?
Yeah. Well, people who think they're going to be trampled in their wake. Bullies. The kind of people that bully people. The kind of people I met in Exeter.
Yeah. Exeter is where some of our best friends live.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, Mr. Rhinoceros.
I have an apartment there.
He does.
Nice little two-bed garden, south-facing.
All right, we'll swap numbers later.
What's your point, Maureen?
My point is, Mr. Rhinoceros, or should I call you Frank?
My name is the Rhinoceros. But yes, I was christened Frank.
Frank Jones from 76 High Lease Drive.
How do you know my address?
You went to St. George's Primary School?
Maureen! From St. George's Primary School.
That's right.
Oh, I had such a crush on her.
What happened to you, Frank? I left Exeter to become a better person. And you left Exeter to spread the pain of Exeter.
I guess we each have a path, Maureen.
Why don't I show you how to make cider then? The last thing I want is for this cider farm to go not me making cider anymore, so I'll show you how to use the apple press.
I stand by, Mr. Top Hat. Let's hear what she has to say.
Well, all you do is stand on the step and you put apples right in top of the big cylinder.
Okay. Seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Apples in the top of the cylinder.
Yeah. Just an apple at a time. Keep your focus on the apples. And then the cider is made. You'll have to have a go as well, Mr. Top Hat.
It does look fun.
I dare say, while we're waiting for those wastrels to come and bid their goodbyes.
Here, basket of apples.
Okay.
Okay.
Looks awfully sharp in the press.
Oh yeah, there's 6 or 7 rotating blades. So be careful. Be careful up there. You should go and help him, otherwise he might fall.
Come on, Mr. Top Hat.
I do
Room
like to
for
get
both of
in.
us.
Did I say that?
Yeah, well, this might be a chance for you. But to get in with the making of the cider.
Well, maybe 1 or 2.
Coming up. This ain't some kind of trick, is it, Maureen?
No.
Okay.
One.
Apples in.
Apples in. Apples in.
Rather fun.
This is fun.
If I pass you this stick, you're gonna have to put it in, start swirling it around.
Okay. We're swirling.
Yes, hold on to the stick as well there, Mr. Top Hat.
I'll get me own.
Okay.
And I'll switch on the press.
The switch is stuck. I'm getting pulled. Turn it off. I'm getting pulled inside. Mr. Top Hat. Mr. Top Hat.
I think I committed a murder.
Daniel, look away. Don't look, Daniel.
Don't worry, Dad, I'm not looking at all.
Oh my God. Maureen?
They just fell. What's a girl to do? Don't worry about it.
But that's disgusting. Look at it. There's blood everywhere.
Well, you got blood oranges. Why not have blood apples?
It'd be a new way to sell cider. You said sales have been down.
Are you really advocating this? Do we just allow the lone rhinoceros to become part of our product and just carry on selling it as if nothing bad had ever happened?
Work for Sweeney Todd.
Daniel, really don't listen to this.
I'm not listening at all.
Maureen, we were just coming over to stand up to the bullies. Daniel's holding a big stick.
There's a ledger here and all. Right. Whoops.
There was a lot of actually quite useful information in
I know,
that
I
too.
realised that as I did it.
I'm just saying that the problem's gone away now.
Maureen, this is extremely dubious, but I can't believe you'd risk everything and do something so bold and brave just for the sake of this cider farm after I did everything and confessed everything I confessed.
Well, now we got this little secret. I say we start again. We've been doing everything the way you've always done it. Every choice you make is something from before. Maybe the reason we have not progressed is 'cause we never opened up any new doors.
Yeah. Maybe when the tree is withering, it's best to cut it out and call it a day. But you use that plot of land, and now I understand, and plant a new seed to take another day.
From now, our days are filled with laughter.
Yes!
And we can live happily ever after. In this place of our dreams, we can make all our schemes with our lives. With our lives.
And maybe there's something, a seed that'll blossom high. It's a shame, perhaps, that 2 people had to die.
2 bad apples.
2 wrongs don't make a right, but we're gonna find a way. 2 wrongs don't make a right, but we'll see another day.
2 wrongs don't make a right.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. 2 wrongs don't make a right.
But we'll live to see another day.
Now, I don't quite know how to do this now. I guess I need to apologize. I'm sort of hinting at you. I guess we'll both do that, shall we?
We'll both do it.
We'll have to just pretend that we've got a ring till it comes out.
I've always had a good gag reflex.
The old self-Heimlich.
We'll say it at the same time.
I will.
Will you marry me?
Yes. I haven't got a ring yet.
That's all right.
Look at that little sparkler.
You know what? With the power invested in me by the local council to run this side of farm, why don't I pronounce you husband and wife right here on the spot? And long may your fruit blossom into eternity, creating apples and cider as far as the eye can see from this day forth until the end of time.
I do.
I do.
I love you.
I love you.
I love cider. I love this farm.
And Daniel,
I lost my hat in the accident.
Daniel, I love you too, my son.
Oh, thanks, Dad.
And I'm sorry if I got caught up with the business and I've been neglecting you and I've been full of fanciful dreams about Maureen for so many years, and I'm sorry you haven't had a mother all these years, and I'm sorry you witnessed a horrific murder a second ago that we're going to have to cover up. But
It's all right. I could talk to my therapist about it.
But from now on, Daniel, we're going to watch new buds grow and blossom into something beautiful. And I'll be the best dad I can be, okay?
That's all I ever wanted, Dad. Thanks.
Thank you, Daniel.
I'm going to go play with a twig.
He's a good boy.
I never thought it'd turn out like this, Simon.
Nope, not in my wildest dreams. But thank you.
No, thank you. Dr. Brannigan,
Now you recognize me.
give it to me straight.
Turns out I'd not done the right tests.
Knew it.
I tested an apple instead of you. That's why there was a high level of apple. Your blood test came back completely clear. So I'm sorry if I gave you anything to worry about. I'm sorry. I've been very stressed. I took a loan out with this guy called the Rhinoceros, and it's just, to be honest, it's really breaking me. And I don't know what, because I wanted to start my own private practice. And
You don't want a
It's
job
okay.
in an orchard, do you?
what?
You want a job in an orchard, being a resident doctor?
Well, I do know a lot about apples now.
Certainly do.
There we go. You could be an apple doctor.
An apple.
They
what?
do
One thing
say
we're missing here.
an apple a day keeps the doctor with you. That old saying.
An apple a day keeps the doctor with you.
You're hired!
Thank you. I'll go and inform the NHS. They won't mind.
Who'd have thought this is how you can grow new fruit from the earth?
You just take the seed you plant and watch it grow, and in you see new birth.
Growing from the ground, we see the tree of life. Growing from the ground, we've got
And quince.
Cherries.
Oranges.
Damsons.
Plums.
Gooseberries.
Grapes.
Loganberries.
Melons.
Raspberries.
Grapefruit.
Flauschenberry.
Every fruit on God's earth.
We'll grow it. Right here.
Right now.
Growing from the ground. We see the tree of life. Growing from the ground. We've got a new lease. A new lease. A new lease of life. Growing from the ground, we see the tree of life. Growing from the ground, we got a new lease of life. Growing from the ground, we got a new lease of life. Growing from the ground, we got a new lease. We got a new lease. Oh, we got a new lease. We got a new lease of life.
Thank you so much to all of you who came and joined us this evening, both here in the room and out there in the internet world. And again, thank you so much on behalf of the whole company for coming out and supporting us this evening in these socially distanced times. You can follow us on social media. You can follow us on the internet. All our details are up here. We're out on tour. We've got some West End shows coming up, and we're traveling around the country as well. Follow us on Twitter. We do hope to see you again before too long. Stay safe out there. Look after each other. We love you all. Thank you so much, Taunton. Good night.